Stock Car is the biggest national race series in Brazil. With several ex-Formula One drivers, including Ricardo Zonta, Luciano Berti and most recently Rubens Barrichello, the series is becoming increasingly high-profile.
In the past, this used to be a series where the people who were racing were mostly leaving for single-seater categories and drivers who were already a bit older. Nowadays, Stock Car has a mixture of drivers who didn't have the chance to go abroad. So we have very young drivers racing in Stock Car, and there are also some veteran drivers.
There are drivers who raced in Europe for many years, who were champions in their respective series. I've competed in various championships all over the world, and I would say the level of competition in stock cars is the highest out of all the championships I've competed in.
Like WTCC and DTM, Stock Car Brazil is based on street car models. There's just a single tyre provider in Pirelli, and the series runs to tight specifications, meaning a level playing field.
We have two makes of car in the championship, Chevrolet and Peugeot. The car and the chassis are the same for both makes. The engine is a V8, and that is exactly the same for all the teams. So that's one of the reasons why this category is so competitive.
The car runs on a V8 engine with approximately 550 horsepower, with Pirelli tyres and with a sequential gearbox. So we've got, technically speaking, a very high-level car. Tracks such as this one, like Taruma, our average speed is close to 185 kilometers an hour, which is a high average for our classification.
The truth is the cars are pretty much the same. What changes is the livery. Inside they're the same, but the aerodynamics are different. The Peugeot is quicker on the straights, while the Chevrolet is better on the corners.
There are 17 teams, including Full-Time Sport, Mobil Super Pioneer and Red Bull, for whom Caca Bueno has won the last two championships. With 12 races throughout the year, the series travels to the best racetracks that Brazil has to offer.
We have very few modern racetracks. We have Sao Paulo, which always hosts the Formula One, Curitiba, where the WTCC has raced for the last few years, and slightly older racetracks, more in the characteristic style of Brazilian circuits. Straights which are much shorter but with very fast corners. And twice a year we race in street circuits in Ribeirão Preto and Salvador.
In Stock Car Brazil, the races are 40 minutes long with 34 cars on the grid. Exciting racing, such as at round 3 here in Taruma, has become typical in the series, which added push to pass in 2011 to increase overtaking and attracts crowds of up to 50,000.
We use a button that here in Brazil we call the overtaking button, which is the push to pass. It provides more power for a few seconds. The system is different from Formula One's, which opens the rear wing. In Stock Car Brazil, it gives us more power, allowing the cars to reach almost 550 horsepower.
It's a series that you can't really directly compare to anything else. We use Brazilian technology. It's similar to the World Touring Car Championship, slightly similar to DTM. There's lots of overtaking and a lot of excitement.
Over its 34-year existence, Stock Car Brazil has found the right balance for both drivers and race fans. And if this continues, the series will retain its top spot in Brazilian motor racing.
We get some really good crowds at the races. An average of 30 to 40,000 people go to every race. The series has been growing in Brazil, and the fans have been enjoying it more and more. The competition's intense. You've got cars bashing into each other, and that's what the crowd really likes. They love the thrills and spills, and that's what you get with Stock Car Brazil.